All right, boys and girls, we're about to react to this God's Not Dead 4 trailer. Now, I've only seen the first God's Not Dead, and it was horrible. And it painted atheists in a terrible light. Kevin Sorbo was like the biggest dick. And it kind of makes sense because he's kind of the biggest dick in real life, if you've ever seen his Twitter feed or anything. And he's definitely not an atheist in real life. But anyways, the new God's Not Dead movie is called God's Not Dead, We the People. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Freedom is a fragile thing, and it's never more than one generation away from extinction. And those in world history who have known freedom and then lost it have never known it again.
Let's face it, your God, your book, they're in the way. You feel that you're making a last-ditch stand for your faith, and you've chosen this as a hill that you're willing to die on.
Our whole faith started because one man chose a hill he was willing to die on.
Oh, shit.
I would like to call this hearing of the House Subcommittee to order.
Right now, there's an effort on the way to amend the universal educational guidelines.
Once we decide what a child needs to know, it becomes imperative that every child know it.
Remember the visit
The
we
liberal
got from
professors.
Social services the other day?
I'm here to review your homeschooling environment.
Religion has been removed from our schools. They're teaching kids that they don't need God.
If your children do not show up at school a week from Monday, you will be charged with contempt of court, meaning you will be incarcerated.
Shannon said last night she doesn't want her parents going to jail.
This is bigger than just homeschooling. I think we should fight this. We need to.
I just want to make sure you understand what you're fighting here.
Our district teaches a revisionist version
Abraham
of history.
Lincoln. If God is for us, who can be against us?
Around here, just about everyone else.
The country is just now beginning to realize that unity means winning under our terms.
For 2,000 years, men have been trying to get rid of Christianity. What makes you think that you can accomplish what they couldn't?
They didn't have an 83% approval rating.
That's part of your plan, isn't it? Keep us all divided so we don't realize that you're really chipping away at our freedoms and liberties.
America is a country so blessed to whom much is given, much will be required.
Oh, no,
See
not
those
that guy again.
statues and those monuments out there? They say, you work for us.
You are out of order, Mr. Bell.
A government of the people, by the people, for the people.
Storm the Capitol! Storm the Capitol! Of course, they start with Ronald Reagan because he's apparently the greatest president that's ever walked the face of the earth if you're a conservative Christian. It's funny that they try to paint these evil bad guys who were like, this is what our children need to learn about in school. You know, when in fact, what children are learning in school, what we learned in school, it's not really accurate American history. Religion has been removed from our schools. Oh no. Okay, well, let's go ahead and let's teach Islam. Let's teach Hinduism in our schools. What do you think? Are you on board now? Oh, you're not? You only want Christianity taught in school. Okay. They always want to play the victim. Always. Christians are the majority in America still. And they have been for as long as we've been America. Yet they play the victim card because they're not used to the pushback. Pushback does not equal persecution. Pushback does not equal oppression. Just because you don't get what you want doesn't mean you get to throw a tantrum. These people want evolution taught in our schools. They want facts taught. When really they should be talking about how to live by the Bible. We should have the 10 Commandments plastered up on the walls. This country's gone downhill since they took prayer out of school, even though segregation ended after that. But, you know, still, it's things are bad. For 2,000 years, men have been trying to get rid of Christianity, he says. Who? It's the largest religion in the world. Who's trying to get rid of Christianity? Just because we say that not everyone should have to accept your God, that means that people are trying to get rid of your religion? Come on now. I guarantee you that a sizable percentage of the people who are going to watch this piece of crap movie also support the coup attempt that happened on January 6th. They also said it wasn't Trump supporters, it was Antifa. Now they're going to watch God's Not Dead, We the People. And look, I love America. I do. I know that I'm fortunate to be in this country with so many freedoms that a lot of countries don't have. I do love this country. But I also want to know how many shots of the American flag are in this movie. I'm going to guess like probably, if we had to count them, it'd probably be like 36 American flag shots in this movie. That would be my guess. What's yours? Because they try to make the American flag synonymous with Christianity and synonymous with the resistance, to all this agenda that's being pushed by the other side, which is a little far-fetched. So here's the synopsis for God's Not Dead, We the People. The fourth installment of the highly successful God's Not Dead franchise. After a judge orders a homeschool co-op to put their children in public school or be fined, Reverend Dave and members of his congregation travel to Washington, D.C. to defend not only their rights, but the rights of all people. So basically, it's just a hypothetical, which is fine. That's what movies are. They're fictional. I don't know that any of this is actually happening in America. Maybe it is. Maybe you can enlighten me that this kind of stuff is actually going on, but I have not heard of anything like it. My hope is that this franchise goes the way of the Fast and the Furious, and they make like 10 of these, and they keep getting more and more ridiculous by the movie. And it's like, God's Not Dead, Part 10, Mount Rushmore. And the atheists are like launching RPGs into Abe Lincoln's face on Mount Rushmore. And then, this Christian dude and his whole gang have to go, to South Dakota and stop them. And then, Vin Diesel pulls up and he's like, hop in the car, we're family. And they take off and head to South Dakota. And then The Rock's there. And he's like, we're taking the mountain down. And that's my dream. I just want the movies to keep getting more and more ridiculous. God's Not Dead 6, Tokyo Drift, God's Not Dead 7, Storm the Capitol, God's Not Dead 8, blow up California or something, The left has gone too far. Now we're going to nuke the whole state or something. I say make them more and more ridiculous. Because the world is kind of getting more and more ridiculous. And it just makes sense. Let me know what you think.